Hello, this is Nate Covington, and I want to talk about this piece of software that I started using a couple months ago called Matrix. Matrix is a web-based app that runs alongside your website and your email. It's a self-hosted, open source, uh, end-to-end encrypted chat platform that you can, use for your internal communications in your organization. You can also set up rooms to communicate with your clients, and you can also integrate it with your other chat platforms so that you can respond to messages on WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, Skype, Slack, and others, all from one inbox. So this is a really neat time-saving piece of software that I'm going to just kind of flip through these tabs here and show how this works. So this is the home page for Matrix, just so you can see it. It's a basically an open standard where you can download all this software for free and run it on a server that is relatively inexpensive. You can even host this in your own building if you need to. All right, so here's an article I want to show. France, the country of France, just started using this a few years ago for their own internal communications. So this is starting to pick up some pretty good traction. Actually, I wanted to show back on this tab, as of June 2019, they're saying that it's out of beta and fully suitable for production use. So here they were, France was using it in 18. Here's a law firm in Texas that started using it in 21. So they rolled out their own Matrix server to use with their clients. So just a little background so you can see how this works. Here I am in my Cloudflare DNS dashboard where I set up the records for Matrix so that it all works. So that's one layer to it. The next is the actual server where your Matrix software runs. So I happen to be using DigitalOcean, but this can be, any number of cloud hosting providers. And they start at $4 or $5 a month for one of these servers. They're pretty cheap. So you can see I've got, tells you how much CPU and disk usage you're using. I can back it up, restore it, increase the size of the server here if I want to increase the memory or the disk space. I can power the thing down using this off button here and literally just add more resources to my server at any time. So that's another dashboard. Another layer to this is the ability to send email. So a lot of these messaging platforms like Slack will send you an email notification if you're not in the app. Same thing with Matrix. If you want to set up email notifications, you can give it your email and it will notify you about the messages that you missed. So for my server, I'm using this third-party service called SendGrid to send out the emails. All right. Now there's a thing called Federation with Matrix where you basically have to tell it, covingtoncreations.com is my website, and this well-known file here is what tells the internet where my Matrix server is. And then here's the other one for the Matrix client where it lays out the subdomains that my site uses for Matrix. So a number of different dashboards are involved to set this up. This is one that runs on the server itself, on the Matrix server, so that you can manage the users on your server. So if you want to add clients or add friends and family, you can come in here and create accounts for people. The other option you have is to open up registration on your server and let people register for themselves. I'm not doing that on my server. I have it more locked down. So another thing that this thing does really well is it integrates with other chat platforms. So for example, WhatsApp, I have the WhatsApp bridge bot running in here, and basically I sent it one command that said login, and the bridge bot came back to me with a QR code that I scanned with my phone, and I authorized Matrix to access my WhatsApp account. Right? So now I can, anytime someone messages me through WhatsApp, it comes into Matrix so that I can respond to them alongside all of my other messaging platforms. So now I've got the same thing with Skype, Twitter, Discord, Slack, Signal, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these different messenger platforms I now have pulled into one inbox, which is very powerful. Another piece that this includes is Jitsi, which is a video conferencing software that competes with Zoom. So now this server also includes, the ability to host your own meetings, and I think it'll work. I think it'll let me sign in to both of them here. So it's not letting me use the camera because I'm already using it to make this video, but you get the idea. I can invite people into this room just like a Zoom meeting. Okay. Excuse me. And the last thing I want to show you is what the rooms look like in Element, which is Element is the name of the app that you install on your phone, on your tablet, on your desktop, to sign into Matrix with. So similar to Slack, you can set up spaces in Element so that you can organize all of your rooms and conversations. The one thing I want to show you is kind of a neat use case where let's say your organization is hosting a virtual conference and you want to host the event right through Matrix. So what you can do is create a space for the event, and then you make individual rooms for people to go into. So the public feed room is where the public would go to watch the actual broadcast. So if you go in here, you can actually, in the screen, put your embedded video, like from your Jitsi meeting. You would share it and embed it here in the public room so that people can watch the show here, post their comments, etc. Then on the other end, you could have a backstage room where you've got your speakers or your whoever's putting on the presentation. All these people can go into like a backstage room so that the people who are organizing the show can communicate with each other in a private room, and they would use this to broadcast their video feed out of this room into this room. So very, very neat, powerful, tons of examples of what you can do with this. So I just wanted to put this video together to show, just a few things that it can do. If anyone's interested in having me, talk to them about setting up their own server, I'd be happy to. Thank you for watching.